the whole thing about sarcasm is a good thing. That's how we keep politicians in check because
Yeah.
nobody cares about your little orange ego.
Right.
So
Yeah.
there's a whole thing there. So I want to see how that's going to play itself out right now because I'm very interested.
Yeah, I mean, well, to that topic. Wait, that was actually a joke about Greenland. That was fun. I keep, because yeah. All right, put a pin in the comedian thing. We'll come back to that.
Right.
But so I do know. I've been following a couple of like historians that seem to help put things in context. And Heather Cox Richardson or like Timothy Snyder.
Right.
Don't agree with everything, but anyway, the idea that Greenland is part of Denmark. Denmark is part of NATO. That's why Trump acts like he wants to pull out of NATO.
Right.
So yeah, I think Heather Cox Richardson was talking about the spheres of influence, like going back to, like you were saying, dear leader, don't criticize dear leader, but going back to like these medieval times, like fiefdoms basically. And so that means that US get out of Europe. Europe, that's Vladimir's territory. But hey, US, good news. You get Greenland, you get Panama, certainly. You have Canada. And so that will be what? Oceania, Europe will be Eurasia, and then China gets Taiwan. That's East Asia. It's 1984, sure. But I also know from Heather Cox Richardson that in 2022, the U.S. Congress, when they had the Democratic Biden initiative, they made some new laws to make it specifically difficult for America to pull out of treaties like NATO.
Right.
So I think that's maybe why the new strategy is if we can act like such an asshole, that NATO will kick us out. Like I can't quit, but I'm gonna make sure you fire me.
You know what's funny about that though?
Maybe that's it.
We're NATO's sugar daddy. Like if you think about it, right? Like after World War II, after World War II, we're like, listen, we're going to take care of you.
Right.
Don't worry. You can have a little army. We'll do the nuclear. You look pretty. You get dressed for dinner. We'll do the rest. And now all of a sudden, 50, 60 years later, 80 years, whatever it is, they're like, listen, you ugly bitch. I'm done with you. And there's a hotter chick and she's 20 and you're 80. And I'm going for and I'm like, what the hell?